Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Right, today we will discuss about the steam boilers topic, and in that, the part one is the question boiler. We will discuss today about question boiler. So, in question boiler, in last classes we have discussed about the fire tube boiler and water tube boiler. So, what are the advantages are there? What are the applications are there? All the totally all the details are discussed about the fire tube boiler and water tube boiler. Right now we will discuss about the what is question boiler, what is the function of question boiler, next design features of question boiler and working of question boiler, and what are the advantages of question boiler and disadvantages of question boiler. These are the main topic for this today. So we will discuss about this topic of question boiler, right? So in question boiler, right, so we are already discussed about the fire tube boiler and water tube boiler, right? It is a one of the question boiler is a best example for the water tube boiler, right? Fire tube boiler, right? That is a fire tube boiler. It is the best example is the question boiler is the fire tube boiler, right? So what do you mean boiler? Boiler, we know the to produce the steam, and however differences between differentiate fire tube boiler and farm water tube boiler, or water tube boiler or farm water tube boiler. Gives example for this. Right now we will discuss about the we know all these things. What do you mean by what do you mean of boiler? Boiler is the meaning of it is a steam generator. However, the differentiate fire tube boiler and water tube boilers, the circulation of water, the circulation of hot gases passing through the series of parallel tubes. So that is the main thing. Give the example fire tube boiler and water tube boiler. So these are the first one is the question boiler. So we will discuss about the first of all question boiler. Question boiler is a vertical boiler, right? First of all, question boiler is a vertical internally fired, right? Internally fired natural circulation, and fire tube boiler. It is a one of the fire tube boiler, multi-tubular boiler, and coal fired or oil fired, whatever may be. Coal are used to firing, and oil also using fire. So it's a thermal efficiency 70 to 75% of thermal, right? Question boiler is a vertical boiler, right? Question boiler is a vertical boiler, right? It is a mainly boiler may be coal fired or oil fired. Coal fired boiler have the thermal efficiency of 70 to 70%, and oil is fired if 75% of thermal efficiency. So mainly we will discuss about the designing features of these question boiler. The question boiler with its mountings, right, has a several horizontal tubes to increase the heating surface. These tubes connect the combustion chamber and smoke box. The sufficient space is provided around them for water, right? The combustion chamber is connected to firebox with the help of flue tube, right? So you can observe here. So what will it is a consisting of cylindrical shell, and next one crown is hemispherical in shape. Several horizontal tubes connect the combustion chamber and smoke box. Combustion chamber is connected to firebox. Combustion chamber is lined with fire bricks. Combustion chamber completely lined with the fire bricks, right? So design and features you can observe here consisting of cylindrical shell, right? Tubes connected to the right. These again ash pit is to provided below the grate, right? In figure we can observe in a gate to collect the ash. Chimney is provided for the above the smoke box to discharge the exhaust gases. Firebox is hemispherical in shape. Manhole is provided at the top of the shell for inspection and repairs, whatever may be, for while cleaning also and repairing also. Manhole also provided for the to enter the man into the boiler, provided with all mounting such as a pressure gauges, etc., safety valves, whatever may be. So we can use it. So right now on or before in design features, you can observe this figure continuously. I will tell each and everything. You can check here, right? You can check here, right? The question boiler with its mountings, it has a several arrangement tubes to increase the heating surface. These tube connected the combustion chamber and smoke box. The sufficient space is provided around them of water. Combustion chamber is connected to firebox with the help of the flue tube. The combustion chamber is lined with the fire bricks to prevent the overheating of plates. Below the firebox, a fire gate is provided. The grate there is an ash pit to collect the ash. Chimney is provided above the smoke box, right? Smoke box serves for the escape of gases. The manhole is provided for the inspection and repair of the interior of the shell. The top of the shell and firebox are made hemispherical to provide maximum volume and maximum strength of a boiler. So this is the complete construction details of question boiler, right? So we are observed design features. These are the design features. Right now we will discuss about the working of question boiler. So how it is works. Ash pit is provided below the grate collector to collect the ash. Chimney is provided above the smoke box. So each and everything will be provided. At the same time, working, you can observe here, boil is filled with water to a specific level, right? So water is filled, the boiler is filled with water a specific level. Tubes must be completely submerged. So tubes are completely submerged into the water. Coal is introduced through fire door. Coal, in case of coal fire boiler, if in case of coal fire boiler, coal is introduced through the fire door. If oil is used, it can be directly sprayed, right, in the fire door, through the fire door. Air is supplied to the combustion chamber, right? Fuel is burnt in the firebox. Hot gases from the furnaces pass to the chimney, right? The outer surface of the fire tube, the firebox constitutes the heating surface, right? The water is evaporated to steam. So water is completely converting into the steam. Flue gases discharged through the chimney, right? The flue gases which are provided inside the completely, they are discharged through the chimney. Steam accumulated in the steam space. The steam stop valve is used to control the flow of steam to the supply pipes. So we can observe once again this figure regarding of how we are working of question boiler. Again once again I am explaining. You can observe this figure, right? You can observe this figure. This is a question boiler. It's a consisting right. So the boiler is filled with water to a specific level. The flue tubes are completely submerged in the water. The coal is introduced through a fire door to the grate. The oil is fired boiler. The oil is directly sprayed into the furnace, right? The fuel is burnt in the firebox, and the hot gases from the firebox pass to the combustion chamber through a short flue pipe, right? From the combustion chamber, they pass through the horizontal fire tube to the smoke box, and from there the gases are discharged to the atmosphere through the chimney. The hot gases, while passing through the fire tube, fire tube transfer their heat to surrounding water. The water may also receive heat from the firebox, right, or furnace as directly. The water is evaporated to form steam. The steam is formed is accumulated in the steam space. It is allowed to flow through the steam stop valve to the steam supply pipe. So this is the complete working principle of question boiler. So complete. So first of all, fire is provided, fire space is provided, the coal is fired, the hot gases is passed through the pipes, fire tubes, right? Hot gases, the hot gases will passing into the fire tubes. The water is around circulated over the fire tube pipe, and the water is completely heated and produces steam, and the flue gases will escape from the chimney through exhaust to atmospheric only. The steam is generated, the steam is stored at the place of above the water level. So it is the boiler, the question boiler consisting of specific gauges also provided, the pressure gauge is provided and safety valve also provided. So pressure gauge is to maintain how much amount of steam is required, will occupy in the steam in the question boiler. So more than amount of steam it will be released by with the help of safety valve, and it is provided one of the steam stop valve also provided for to supply the steam from the question boiler to the turbine, and manhole also provided for the to enter into the manhole and to clean to repair the total boiler. It is question boiler is completely placed bricks placed, so to internally to avoiding the overheating of boiler, right? These are the main working principle of our question boiler, right? We can observe here. Then next one, what are the advantages are there, right? After working of question boiler, we will go with help of what are the advantages are there. Compact in design, occupies less floor place, cost is low, easy to install, right? Install and transport, this is the advantage. Compact in design, right, and occupies less floor, cost construction is low, easy to install and easy to transport from one place to another place. That is the main advantages for this. What are the disadvantages? We can observe here, capacity is less, right, and next to difficulty in cleaning and inspection. So because of need to a human being need to enter into the boiler, so we need to clean. It is a little bit of amount of difficult to clean the boiler and repair, inspection, whatever may be. These are the little bit amount of disadvantages are there, right? What are the design particulars of a typical question boiler? Design particular of a typical question boiler. If designing of whenever we need to design a question boiler, however its capacity is less and often the presently difficult to cleaning and inspection, then the particular relating to question boiler are given below. So what are the design particulars? So shell diameter almost about to 2 meters, shell height about to 4.42 meters. So number of tubes in a question boiler 165 to 170 number of tubes are placed. So tube diameter, each and every tube diameter 60 to 62.5 mm. Capacity, sir, capacity 3000 to 4000 kg per hour. Maximum capacity 4000 kg per hour of steam will be generated. Next one, working pressure 6.5 bar, maximum pressure 15 bar. So this is the particular related to question boiler particulars. So while in design particulars, so how we can consider, these are the design particulars are there, right? These design particulars are to be used for the to produce the question boiler. So in this what we are discussed till now, so working of question boiler, what are the applications of question boiler, and advantages and disadvantages of a question boiler, and these are the main classification. Once again I am explaining about the question boiler. First of all, right, we need to go the first to the again. I will explain once again regarding the question boiler for how it is working. So what are the main advantages, what are the main disadvantages, what is the design factors to be considered, right, how much amount of what is the working principle is there. So we need to go each and everything, we need to discuss again. Once again I am repeating the same class again, repeating because of we can go correct way. So we need to know the in depth of knowledge, depth of subject. So first one is a question boiler is a vertical boiler, internally fired, so it is a water tube, fire tube boiler, right. Next, multi-tube boiler, it's a consisting of more number of tubes are coal fired or oil fired. Thermal efficiency is 70 to 75% of thermal efficiency. This is the our question boiler. So first of all, right, it is a vertically, internally fired and natural circulation and fire tube boiler, right. The coal fired boilers have thermal efficiency is 70 to 75%, 70% with help of coal, and oil with fed with 75%. So what are the design, first of all, design features of question boiler you can check here. So first of all we need the question boiler. It has a several horizontal tubes to increase the heating surface. So in this we are maintaining the number of tubes inside the question boiler. What is the main reason for that? It means to increase the heating surface. These tubes connect the combustion chamber and smoke box, right. Combustion chamber is one side is connected and second one is the smoke box. From combustion chamber the hot flue gases passing purpose. The second one is the smoke box, means to escape the exhaust gases from the which are sending from the fired area to then sending to the chimney and exhaust to atmosphere, right. This is the main thing while design factors to be considering, right. The combustion chamber is lined with fire bricks to prevent the overheating of plates. Inside some of the plates will be provided. It is a completely the combustion chamber is lined with, right, the combustion chamber is lined with the fire bricks to prevent the overheating of plates, inner plates. Below the firebox fire grate is provided, right. Grate is provided at bottom, you can check and figure. Below the firebox a fire provided, above the grate is provided. Beneath the grate there is a ash pit to collect. Bottom of grate, so the beneath the grate there is a ash pit to collect the ash. Chimney provided above the smoke box serves for the escape of gases, right. Chimney provided the smoke box serves for the escape of gases. The manhole is provided in top of left side. The manhole is provided for inspection and repair of the interior of the shell. The top of the shell and firebox are made hemispherical to provide maximum volume and maximum strength of a boiler. So that is the main thing for the to placing a hemispherical top. Hemispherical is made to provide maximum volume and maximum strength of a boiler. That is the main thing. So what are the working? You can observe here figure working. The boiler is filled with water to a specific level, right. The flue tubes are completely submerged in the water. The coal is introduced through the fire door. So fire door is placed at the bottom right side. So it is the coal is introduced through the fire door onto the grate, right, onto the grate. In oil fired boil, the oil is directly sprayed into the furnace through the to the furnace fire door, right. The fuel is burnt in the firebox and the hot gases from the firebox to pass the combustion chamber through the
short tubes to the smoke box, and from there the gases are discharged to the atmosphere through the chimney, right? You can observe here. So ash, from the combustion chamber, they pass the gases are passed through the series of pipes. So pipes they are sending through the to the chimney, right? That is the main thing. The hot gases, while passing through the fire tubes, transfer their heat to surrounding. While passing of the hot gases, while passing, the heat is supplied to the completely surrounding. Tubes transfer to heat to surrounding of water. So water is already surrounded by the tubes. The water may be also receives heat from the firebox. Again, the heat also it will be received from the firebox also. Again, at the same time, hot gases will passing through inside the tube. It will be pass the heat, and next one the water may also receive heat from the firebox also, or furnace directly, right? This is the condition. This is the in this condition compulsory the water will be heated within the short period. The water is evaporated heated The water is evaporated in the form of steam. While continuation heat, the water will be converting into the steam. The water is evaporated to form steam. The steam formed is accumulated in the steam space, right? The steam formed is accumulated in the steam space. It is allowed to flow through the steam stop valve to the steam supply pipe, right? It is allowed to the flow through the steam stop valve to the steam supply pipe. So this is the working of question boiler, and it has some amount of little bit amount of advantages are there. So it's a compact in design and occupies the less amount of space. Cost of construction is low and easy to install and transport. However, its capacity is less. Because of its capacity, the thermal efficiency is only 70 to 75%, right? That is the main thing, right? However, its capacity is less and often presently difficult in cleaning and inspection. Because of capacity less, inspection difficult, it is very difficult to inspect, and it has some amount of two disadvantages are there. So what are the disadvantages? We will check once again. So it occupies the right right it is a capacity is less, difficult to cleaning and inspection. This is the disadvantages, right. Next one, design particular of a typical question boiler. Whenever need to design, so first of all, shell diameter about 2 meters, shell height 4.42 meters, about 4.42 meter, grate area 2 meters square. So grate area also most important thing in this. It's a 2 meter square. So number of tubes, how many number of tubes will be provided? Minimum 165, maximum 170. The tube diameter 60 mm to 62.5 mm tube diameter. So which pipes are placed for the two right to supplying of hot gases, right? It's a diameter 60 to 62.5 mm, capacity 3000 to 4000 kg per hour, maximum evaporation capacity 3000 kg per hour, but maximum capacity is the 4000 kg per hour. And at the same time, working pressure 6.5 bar to 15 bar amount of pressure will be maintained inside the question boiler. So this question boiler is we are using in used in number of boilers. So in this regard, we are already discussed about working of question boiler, application of question boiler, advantages and disadvantages of question boiler. Right. In this case, we have a small amount of quiz questions are there. Question boiler is a 5 tube boiler or water tube boiler, 5 tube boiler, right? Next one, these are the questions. You will get these type of questions in examination. Explain the working of question boiler with the help of need sketch. This is the one question. And second one, what are the advantages of and disadvantages of question boiler? These are the main. And again explain the working principle of question boiler, right? This is also one of the main question for while updating your in exams only, right? So this is your class. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. Today we will discuss steam boilers topic, that is in the steam boiler chapter. We will explaining about the Babcock and Wilcox boiler, right? In this class, in last class we have discussed about the Cochrane boiler, right? How steam is generated in Cochrane boiler. Discussed the drawbacks of Cochrane boiler, right? Other boiler efficiency than the Cochrane boiler. This topic already we have discussed in last classes. Right now we will discuss about the Babcock and Wilcox boiler, right? Babcock and Wilcox boiler, its design features, right? The function of function, and next one, what is the working? So whatever maybe Babcock and Wilcox boiler, it is design features. Next one, working principle of the boiler, working principle of the Babcock and Wilcox boilers, Wilcox boiler, and its advantages and disadvantages. So this is the we will discuss it in first one. And this is it is a horizontal boiler, right? A Babcock and Wilcox boiler, right? First of all, discussing about this, we will discuss about the first of all the introduction to the Babcock and Wilcox boiler. So first of all, we need to know the importance of Babcock and Wilcox boiler. Babcock and Wilcox boiler is a horizontal extreme fired, right? Extreme fired neutral circulation and stationary type of water tube boiler. It is one of the water tube boiler, right? Type of water tube. It was designed by George Babcock and Stephen Wilcox in 1868. What are the main design features? So this is the main important to the Babcock and Wilcox boiler, right? In next one, this is the boiler, right? Which we are using Babcock and Wilcox boiler. This is the boiler, Babcock and Wilcox boiler. So next one, in this design features, what are the features we will take for the design of a Babcock and Wilcox boiler, right? First of all, the Babcock and Wilcox boiler consists of a drum, right? A drum which contains water and steam. The drum is connected to the headers by short tubes. The header at the right hand end of the drum is called downtake header, and the other at left hand end is called uptake header. A series of inclined tubes, right? A series of inclined tubes 10 to 15 degrees with horizontal are connected to these headers. A hand hole is provided in the header in front of each tube for cleaning the tubes. A mud box is provided just below the downtake header to collect the sediments and are removed time to time through blow off pipe. Furnace is located below the uptake header. Buffels are provided to deflect the hot gases so as to flow along the longer path. It is also provided with a superheater which is placed at the path of flue gases, right? In design features, so what I am discussed, right? A drum contains water and steam. It is connected to headers by short tubes. Right hand header is downward header, left hand header is a uptake header. Water tubes are 10 to 15 degrees inclination in this mud box to collect the sediments and other impurities. Blow up valve to remove sediments periodically. Furnace located below uptake header. Baffle deflects the hot gases. Superheaters in the path of hot gases. So what are the main particulars? So particulars, what we are doing in particular, so particular of Babcock and Wilcox boiler, mainly the diameter of drum is about to 1 to 2 meters. So totally finally the drum diameter is 1 to 2 meters. Length of the drum is 6 to 10 meters. Right, is it is horizontal. Right, diameter of tubes 100 mm. Work pressure 10 to 70 bar. Evaporative capacity 20,000 to 45,000 kg per hour. Efficiency is 70 to 80% only. Right, this is the particulars. What is the main particulars of Babcock and Wilcox? The diameter should be it should be only 1 to 2 meters only. Length to about to 6 to 10 meters. It is a horizontal. Diameter of water tubes are 100 mm. Working pressure only 10 to 70 bar. Right, minimum of 10, maximum of 70. Evaporative capacity in minimum 20,000, maximum 45,000 kg per hour. Efficiency is say 80% only. 70% is minimum, maximum of 80% only. Right, what are the working of a boiler? Before I will show the figure of Babcock and Wilcox, the working. We need to know that first of all. You can observe here figure of Babcock and Wilcox figure, right? In this working, so we can observe here water from the drum enters the bottom header and flows through the tubes. The hot gases flowing over the tubes, heat and evaporative, the flowing through the tubes due to the low density, the mixture of water and steam enters the drum through the uptake header. Steam is separated out in the drum and the collected above the water level. The steam from the drum is led into superheater which is placed in the path of hot gases. Since the superheater is exposed to the hot gases, the steam pressure in it will be superheated. Superheated steam is supplied to the prime mover through steam stop valve. So this is the working principle of Babcock and Wilcox type of boiler. Right, it is one of the water tube boiler. Right, in this case you can observe each and every point. You can check here. So what I am told already. Once again you can check once again about the particulars and at the same time the working of boiler. Before the firing the boiler, the tubes are completely filled with water. So we need to fill the water. Hot gases from the furnaces flow upward and surrounding the tubes. So in furnace is provided in bottom, and next one it will be supplied to the hot gases furnace flow upward surrounding the tubes. Heat transfer between the hot gases and water takes place. Heat transfer will be take from hot gases to the then mixture of steam and hot water flows upward due to the low density due to neutral convection. Steam is separated in the drum, superheated, right? Next, ready to tapped through the stop valve. Right, these are the main working of Babcock and Wilcox type of boiler. Right, once again, before firing a boiler, the tubes are completely filled with water. So we need to fill the water complete before the heating. Right, before the firing of a boiler. Hot gases from the furnace flow upward and surrounds the tubes. The hot gases always will flow in the tubes. So hot gases from furnace flow upward and surrounds the tube. Heat transfer between hot gases and water takes place. right? Next one, mixture of a steam and hot water flows upward due to its low viscosity, right? The mixture of steam and hot water flows upward due to of its low viscosity. Automatically the steam will be moved to the top side. Steam is separated in the drum. In drum the steam is separated again. Next, superheated steam in superheater, right? These are the ready to tap the through the stop valve, right? Through the stop valve we need to stop. Then next one, what are the advantages of Babcock and Wilcox boiler, right? Right, we can observe here, what are the advantages are there. Generate steam at high pressure, right? Next one, steam generated generation is high, right? Next, for given output, rate of steam generation is high, occupies less space, and parts are accessible for cleaning. For given output it occupies less space, for parts are accessible for cleaning, inspection and repair. Parts of boiler can be separated, transformed and erected easily. The fuel is completely burnt due to the large heating surface, hence efficiency of boiler is high, right? Next, you can check here our advantages, right? One by one, generate the steam at high pressure, rate of steam generator is high, occupies less amount of space, accessible for cleaning, inspection and repair, and parts can be easily separated and transported and erected, both are. Next, combustion of fuel is complete. The thermal efficiency is very high in water tube boilers, that is the in the in that Babcock and Wilcox type of boiler. And again we have some amount of disadvantages are there. The disadvantages of Babcock and Wilcox boiler, we can check here. Requires pure feed water, cost is high, right? You require to feeding the water into the boiler, pure water, and cost is high. So the total cost of a boiler is very high. Next, not suitable for mobile purpose. It not easiest way to transfer one place to another place. In this class, what we have discussed, working of Babcock and Wilcox boiler, advantages of Babcock and Wilcox, and next one, disadvantages of boiler, right? These are the main thing. In this case, Babcock and Wilcox is a water tube boiler. Then next one, draw in its sketch Babcock and Wilcox and explain its working, indicating the path of flue gases. So what is the principle of involved circulation of water in Babcock and Wilcox boiler? So this is our class. If you want need, again I will explain once again, right?